guys, welcome back to my channel and hope you all are well. So today what I'm going to be talking about is Depop. Basically, as you guys probably already know, Depop is like a buying and selling app like eBay, but with a layout like Instagram. Most people use it to sell stuff from their wardrobe which they don't wear anymore, or just to make some extra cash. I've even seen people sell cameras on there, phones on there, a nail kit on there, just all sorts. So yeah, as you can say, it's like eBay, but with a layout like Instagram. So I started about 4 months ago selling stuff from my wardrobe, mainly because I was moving house and I just wanted to get rid of things. And I'm pretty happy with the sales I've got on Depop, and I've earned myself some extra cash while clearing out my house. The app is pretty straightforward and easy to use. I know when I first started, I found it pretty easy to list an item, but I did find it a bit confusing to set up like some bundle sales for people. When I first started, I was a bit confused as to how to use Hermes or My Hermes rather than Royal Mail, because I'd never used Hermes before, but now I actually prefer using Hermes just because it works out that teeny bit cheaper, and also it's a lot quicker for me to do than using Royal Mail, which I'll show you what I do later in the video. So in this video I'm going to talk about listing an item all the way to selling and shipping an item, and different ways to combine a bundle sale for your buyers. So if you want to learn a little more about these things, just keep watching. To begin with, there's listing the items and taking the pictures. As you all know, when listing an item, it's very important to have good lighting. I have this LED camera light which I use sometimes, and to be honest, it's not necessary at the beginning to have one of those lights, because what you can do is just take your pictures in front of a window and you'll get that good natural light anyway, and that works perfectly fine. For the background, just make sure it's not cluttered. Ignore my background in this video. I personally take pictures in front of a white backdrop which I've got in the other room, or I lay my clothes on the carpet and just take the pictures like facing up like this of the clothes on the carpet, and that works fine for me as well. I either take pictures on my Canon camera or my iPhone, depending how I feel on the day. FYI, it does take quite a bit longer taking pictures on your camera, because then you've got to take the pictures, export them to your computer or your phone, whereas on your phone you just kind of take it and then you've got the picture there. And if you have more listings, the more times you've got to export the pictures from your camera to your laptop, to your phone, or however way you do it. With a phone, it's just and you're ready, and it's just there ready to upload on Depop. Depop lets you upload 4 pictures onto each listing. If I have more pictures, what I do sometimes is I use the layout app, and this app allows you to add more pictures into the square. There's many other apps that can do this as well, but I just preferably use layout. The reason why I may want to upload more pictures is, for example, if there's like some little marks on the products, so I can take different pictures of where the marks are at, and then for example I can put 4 pictures into one square showing where the marks are, which is really important because you've got to mention what the quality of your products are like, and mention if there are any little visible marks on them. Another thing I do sometimes is I'll iron the clothes before taking pictures of them, and this does make a big difference for me, especially with like shirts. It can be quite long-winded, but it really is worth it. And sometimes I'll even iron the clothes before packing them to ship off, because I just feel like ironing them just makes them look a bit nicer, and it adds this nice smell, you know, the iron water that you put in the iron. I feel like an idiot not knowing what that's called. But yeah, that iron water is just nice to put on your clothes. And then another thing is, just don't over edit, because you need to be honest with the stuff that you're selling. You don't need to like overdo them, because then it might just look fake and then no one will buy it. So I've talked about taking pictures, now we're on to the description. So for the description, I try to add as much information on my listing as possible. I'll be honest, I am not the best at adding all the little details to my listings, but I do give all the information that I can. For example, I'll say vintage brown and black cropped jumper, size L, model is a size 8 to 10 UK, because I'll usually have a picture of me wearing it. It does feel weird writing model for me because I'm not a model, but I put that on there anyway because technically I suppose I am a model on the Depop picture. But anyway, jumper in great condition, baggy fit and looks very cute with some high-waisted jeans, very comfy and great for winter. Message me if you have any questions. Shipping £2.90 via Hermes. You can add more to that. I've seen people add loads more to their listings, but that's an example of what I would do and what works well for me. Then you're allowed to add 5 hashtags. So just go ahead and add any relevant hashtags onto your listing. Another thing I see people do is I'll see them write ignore, and then they'll add a few more tags onto the listing as well. It won't have the hash in front of it, but I think just adding these extra words on the bottom will also help people find your product. So if you want to do that as well, there's that option too. Then I just put the price you want for the item. Let's just say £10 on this occasion. An important thing to remember is that Depop will take a 10% fee from from the item you sell, and also PayPal will take a fee from you as well. So I think PayPal is like 3% or 2.9%, something like that. I'll link it here, what it says on Google, that's what it says. And also a 30p transaction fee. So you got to price your items accordingly, because you kind of forget about all that and you're like, yes, I got £10, but after everything you probably only got like £8 or £7.50 or something, however you round it. My maths isn't great. And your profit is much less than you actually think. Which is what happened to me when I first started, and I still kind of do it now actually, so I need to tell myself this as well. You'll sell something, you'll get your notification, and on PayPal it says you've received 20 quid, and you're like, yes, I've got 20 quid. But then you've got to minus the shipping on there, minus the PayPal fee, minus the Depop fee, which they only show you once you click onto PayPal, and then you're like, oh, okay, so I've not just got 20 quid, basically. If you guys get what I mean. I might have made it confusing there. So now on to the shipping. For shipping, you can either do this through Depop or arrange your own shipping. Personally, I'd recommend you doing your own shipping, just because I shipped through Depop this one time. I don't know if I was just really unlucky or what, but I sold the item on that day, and then a few hours later I took the parcel to the parcel shop, and then the parcel wouldn't scan, and I was like, oh, never mind, I'll come back tomorrow. So I went back to the parcel shop the next day and it still wouldn't scan, and so I went back home, and then I contacted Depop through Twitter. My tongue keeps getting tied saying that. And then I contacted Depop through Twitter, and then Depop got back to me and apologized for the barcode not working and said I could go back the next day. So I went back the day after again, and then it finally scanned. So it literally took me like 2 and a bit days until I could send the parcel, and then my time of going to the parcel shop and like getting there, you know, it just took a lot of time. So I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'll just do my own shipping. So long story short, I just prefer to arrange my own shipping. For my own shipping, what I do is log into my account on My Hermes and click send parcel. Then fill out all the address details which they've given me on the Depop app, pay for it, print it out on my printer here. You can also print the shipping label out at the parcel shop. I just prefer to do it at home because it's just all ready to go. On the Hermes website you can check where the nearest drop-off shops are, and then you can just pop to the shop. The benefit of shipping through Depop is that the address will be automatically printed out for you, so you don't need to type it in. Whereas when I send my parcels through Hermes, I've got to go on the Hermes website, type in the address, and I've got to like check it and check it again just to make sure I've got the correct address, because you don't want to be sending it to the wrong address. Now we've got the shipping and posting all explained, I'm going to go back to listing the item. So once you've picked all your pictures and wrote your description, you can now click post to post the item online. Woo! Ready for people to buy. So once your item is available, it may take a few days or a few weeks to sell it, just depends, you never really know. During this time you'll probably get a few messages from people asking for more details about it, or asking if you can do any bundle deals, or asking if you can possibly do the price it's at including postage, and it's up to you if you want to go with any of the offers. So when buyers ask if they can buy like multiple items as a bundle shipping, I've automatically set my Depop to bundle shipping. So when buyers add 2 or more items to their basket, it will include them all in the same postage. Another way to do a bundle deal is to make a new listing and add all the items that they want to buy on that one listing and combine the amount together, and then you can write sold to and you put at and their Depop name, and I think that sends them a notification so they know you've uploaded that listing for them to buy. And hopefully no one else will be buying that item because it clearly says sold to blah blah blah. Whoever does buy it will be very cheeky. Another thing I do, if I've got an item on my Depop and it's been on there maybe a couple weeks and it's not had much activity, I'll click on the listing, edit it a little bit, and just click post again. So what that does is it takes the listing back to the top of the search feed, so when people look for, pretend, the jumper, it's gone to the top of the feed and it's like it's a new listing again. And that really helps if the item hasn't done well, and then people can see it. So once you get a sale, you'll get a notification on Depop, you'll get an email notification, and you'll get a PayPal notification. So you definitely know you've made a sale. Depop then gives you the address and you know what to do from there. You can either do what I do via Hermes or pop to the post office and ship it through Royal Mail. So now on to wrapping. What I do for my wrapping is I either get some postage bags from the pound shop. These are some examples of the postage bags from the pound shop. You get 6-pack here, and there's another one that's a bit smaller, and I think you get 8 with that one. And these ones are like bigger ones, 3-pack for £1, and they have smaller ones as well. Or I use a bag for life. I wrap the item in the bag for life and tape it shut. It doesn't look the prettiest, but it works, and there's always like a plastic bag lying around. And another thing I do is if I do order anything online, I actually keep the pack from the product I buy and I reuse the pack, because I think it would just be a waste if I was to throw that away. So for example, I'll get one of those bags and I'll keep it and just use it again. It just means less rubbish, really. And it works fine. I also stick a little note in there saying thank you for buying the jumper, hope you enjoy it, and an X. So once I've dropped the parcel at the parcel shop, I'll mark it as shipped on Depop, and then I'll add the tracking number on there as well. I think adding the tracking number is really good, because then the buyer knows when the parcel might be arriving and at what sort of time, because I know that would be helpful for me sometimes when I'm ordering something. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's just a really quick rundown of listing an item all the way to shipping it and completing an order for Depop. I just wanted to run through that in case any of you guys are just starting out or just want an idea of how I work. Hopefully it's helped you guys out. If you've got any questions, just ping me a comment and I'm happy to help. And I'll link my Depop down in the description below. I've also got my family business, which is like selling vintage, upcycled hmong embroidery bags. So I'll link the description to that below as well. Those items I actually ship from Thailand. So if you like any like vintage bags, I've also got them for sale as well. So feel free to check out my website and give it a browse. So thank you for watching, guys. Hope you all are staying safe and doing well. I will catch you guys later. Bye. And once I drop it off to the partials. So when buyers ask if they can buy like and I'm pretty happy with the money that I've earned on Depop, and I'm pretty happy with the I've got so in this video because you can literally just take pictures of your clothes in front of a mirror in front